On. I'm Nick.
And I'm John.
Today we have a very interesting episode with a review for Defiance and a first look at Infamous Second Son. But first, we've got a bit of news to talk about.
So, I don't know if you've heard, but Facebook just bought Oculus VR for $2 billion. No!
I heard that. That is insane.
Are you mad?
No.
Are you mad?
No.
A lot of people are mad. They were like really mad.
I know. I wasn't part of the Kickstarter, so I've just been kind of following it, but I've been like, oh, I could buy this maybe in like 2-3 years.
I can see why people who are part of the Kickstarter are mad. They're putting money into like a product so that they feel like they have a stake in the product. Like, so when a company like Oculus VR gets bought out by Facebook, it's like, well, wait a minute, what are you doing with our money? Like, we gave you this money to trust that you would deliver on these promises.
I know Notch pulled Minecraft support the second this happened. He was like, he even tweeted about it, and he said that Facebook creeps him out.
It's like,
so
I think people think that because Oculus was bought by Facebook, that Facebook is just going to turn it into this weird Facebook machine where they're going to take it over and they're going to... It's only going to be like these weird free-to-play games and stuff. They did
specifically state that Oculus Rift is going to remain untouched. Oculus Rift is the gaming portion. Oculus VR is the overarching company. But a lot of people think that they're being disingenuous about it.
But like Facebook's bought companies in the past and they haven't become Facebook companies. Like Facebook bought Instagram. Instagram is still Instagram. Like, it's not like this crazy Facebook
I don't
service.
see Instagram outside of Facebook, but that's because I don't have Instagram.
Well,
I see people posting to Instagram all the time, and I just at one point did assume that it was just a Facebook
you can
affiliate.
link your Instagram to your Facebook, and then it'll post things from your Instagram. But the only thing that's really changed about Oculus being bought by Facebook is that now they're actually going to have money.
That's true.
How much money did
they had they raised around $2.5 million for
compared to $2 billion? That's dirt.
There have been speculations that the Kickstarter was purely marketing for Oculus. They had the overarching plan of getting bought out anyway. And it just brings up the debate of what is Kickstarter? Is it just you a glorified pre-order, or do you actually have a say in the end product? And legally, they don't.
Yeah.
They got what they paid for. They got the beta, the early access thing. They got the device, the dev kit. That's all that Kickstarter really promised them. The Oculus Rift Kickstarter. But when people buy into a project, they assume that they have a say in the matter, which do they really, or do they,
It's this weird thing that people haven't really figured out about Kickstarter. But me personally, I'm excited to see what Oculus is going to do now that they actually have money to do things.
Yeah, they've said that it's not just a social experience. It'll be used for education and other interesting purposes, gathering around and watching a movie at the theater with your friends while not actually being in the theater.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with all that other stuff.
In other news, Galactic Civilization 3, a new 4X game, was just released on Steam for early access. The price of entry, $100.
That is crazy to me. Well, first of all, 4X is games like Civilization, and you build up a big empire, and then you can do whatever you want with it. You can be diplomatic about it. You can blow people up. We did a whole episode on it. You should go back and watch it. But it's crazy that they're selling it for $100.
Right.
That is insane. There was Planetary Annihilation.
Yeah,
it was
I remember
an RTS that just came out.
It kept lowering in price as it kept going along. It's why buy into it when it's $90?
When it first came out, it was $80, and it's that's not the point of early access. The point is that I give you the money for cheaper, and then I get the not finished version of the game.
Right.
Why are you giving me less of a game for more of the price? It's not like I'm buying the game so I can design characters. And, I don't have any interest, or I don't have any stake in this game.
Yeah, exactly. But an idea, they're not just selling just the game. It's called the Elite Founders Pack, and with the Elite Founders Pack,
of course it is.
Yeah. So you get a bunch of things. One of the most important thing being that you get access to all the DLC and all the expansion packs for Galactic Civilization forever. Like you're basically paying the $100 that you may end up paying anyway, in 2 or 3 years.
But that's before you know you like the game. Like that's before you know the game is good. Like it's one thing if you're buying a game for $60 and then spending $40 on DLC after you've played the game and you know like this is like a long-term thing.
Right.
Like when you're just putting $100 down, like I think it's gonna be good. Like I don't know.
Right.
It's that's just.
I mean,
it feels
but
gross
wait.
to me.
You don't only get the expansion DLC. You also get art assets, like artwork and music.
Wow.
They give you the
That's
soundtrack.
amazing. Oh
and
my
you
goodness.
You get a little badge that says that you were an elite founder on their forums.
For $100?
Yeah.
That's amazing. What a
crazy.
steal.
But like that brings up the idea like why do this? Why have this early access? Who is going to buy into this? And some people have brought up that maybe they don't want just anybody signing up. This is like you being like, I will actually sit down and review this game and like talk to the developers as it's happening.
I don't know. Like, who's gonna do that? Like,
right. I was gonna bring up that I just recently, a couple weeks ago, got into a early access alpha for a free-to-play game, Nosgoth.
What Nosgoth?
Nosgoth.
Oh, that's the vampire.
It's like vampires and humans fighting each other. It's free to play.
Okay.
That's the early access I like, because I can just test the game. Like it's an alpha. It's testing the game. Or like do it in the way that like Minecraft did it, where it's like really cheap right away.
Well, yeah.
And as it got bigger, it's now up to $20, and that's like its price.
Because if you're paying $100 for a game that's like actively on fire, like that's an issue. Like that's a lot of money that you're putting away, and it's just completely destroying any like consumer goodwill that you might have.
And who's to say that once they keep getting like all this money, like what if they're like using this to just get the money that they would make originally anyway, and then just drop the game?
Yeah. Well, I hope the game's good. I hope it's not garbage, because the people who are dropping like $100 for it, that is
yeah.
I hope they get their money's worth. I mean,
I'd wait for it to be $20. Maybe 40 at the most.
Maybe like 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
But when we come back, we'll have reviews of the sci-fi tie-in game Defiance and infamous Second Son.